locker room. You can sense that the field in the Eastern Conference is down to 2. And tonight, the battle to reach the NBA Finals begins. It's all here on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Now here's Mitchell. Here's Wade. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. You look at New York, well, their previous series was no walk in the park. They really had to fight in order to make it to these conference finals.
Oh, yes, they did. And we'll see if that affects their energy level at all. But they do come into this series as the favorite at home. They just got to set the tone here in Game 1.
We know that the defense in today's NBA wants to take away the rim and the three. Mr. Brunson says, I'll take that mid-range.
From deep, Mitchell. Nice D from Bridges.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Towns for 3. That shot off.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Pass to Harden. Over Brunson. And it's New York with a rebound.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Mobley with some nice D.
Boy, just tremendous effort on defense. That's a clear message from him. No easy buckets.
Since entering the league, Doris, Evan Mobley has been a defensive stalwart.
B.A., Evan is the ultimate chess piece for a head coach. He's cross-positional, meaning he can basically guard 1 through 5. Elite at rim protection. If he gets cross-matched on a switch on the perimeter, he can get down in the stands and stay in front of a guard. What can't he do on the defensive end?
Now here's Harden. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Allen. 6 to shoot. Mobley on a screen. Allen, pass to Mitchell. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Boy, how quick from the touch to the release for Donovan Mitchell. Look out, defense.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. They'll be up against Donovan Mitchell tonight, and Coach is well aware of the challenges that he presents. He said Donovan's so good at changing speeds, it's hard to know when to send help. I'd rather be overly cautious in that regard because if no help comes, then all of a sudden Mitchell is in his groove. Makes sense to me. Back to you, B.A.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Anunoby. Towns for 3. The rebound by Allen. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Allen. Outside Harden. Launches it. Hart pulls it in. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. They trail by 7. Bridges against Mitchell. Shoots over Bridges. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. For New York, they've gone only 1 of 6 so far. Hart passes to Bridges. To stop the drought. And the Knicks miss again. Cleveland leading by 7. 1:03 left in the first quarter here. The 3 from Mitchell. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Now Anunoby. No points so far. Pass to Hart. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. On the wing, Wade. Brunson defending. And here's Mobley. Fires the 3. Hits a 3-pointer.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that 3-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Now here's Brunson. The 3 is up. Mobley grabs the board. Down low. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Mobley's got 5.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
And on the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Cavaliers ahead, up by 12. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And we're back with more action from the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Clarkson. Schroeder with a rebound. Well, one thing we know about Jordan Clarkson, he's going to shoot it, Doris.
Well, B.A., he's been given the green light by virtually every coach he's played for. He's been one of those guys off the bench that you can count on for consistent productivity, and that's invaluable. Listen, the bench has got to produce if you're going to be an effective team.
Now here's Clarkson. It's tipped. Outside Schroeder. Cleveland working the ball around now. Strus with the bucket.
Max Strus shot ready off the catch. Pretty.
Knicks trail by 18. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, "No matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind." Guys, back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot. Towns has checked in for New York. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. Cleveland also making some changes. Wade comes in for Tyson. And it's James Harden in for Schroeder. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Long arms, tremendous athleticism, and pursuit of the basketball. Mitchell Robinson working the glass right now.
Merrill passes to Harden. Well, when we talk about what it takes to win a championship, star power is often the first thing mentioned to us.
Well, B.A., we know that talent is what wins basketball games at any level. There's no question. You need one star, and more often than that, at least another. But really, overall roster construction is critical.
And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, Bridges proving to be solid in the pick and roll. They like him now handling in this situation.
To the middle. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Here in quarter two, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
From outside the arc. No good there. Knicks trail by 18. Towns outside. Pass to Robinson.
2 minutes. Remaining the first half, 2 minutes.
Alvarado outside. The three. Cavaliers with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Cleveland has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
How about Karl Anthony Towns bullying his way to that second chance look? Nicely done.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, BA, he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
Changes here for New York. Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Bryant, he's checked in for the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Strus. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Mitchell's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. And here's Brunson. .52 seconds left in the first half of this one. The shot by Towns, no good. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Now here's Merrill. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. It's good on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Knicks shooting just 27% in the second quarter. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Towns outside from the arc. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Merrill outside. Outside for Mitchell. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Knicks ball.
Five ticks left in the first half. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're feeling great, a 21-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Welcome, folks. Game 1 and a big deficit right now for the New York Knicks.
Instead of rebounding, they're just watching. So annoying.
Yeah, we thought this might be a weak spot for them. But come on, man. You got to compete.
And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series. In good position in the series, but not so much tonight. Guys, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I think they've took their foot off the gas just a little bit. Feeling confident, but you got to keep working.
Yeah, you need to have that killer instinct. You know, when you got a team down, that's when you got to put them away.
Get them out of there. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
And if he felt any pressure coming into this game, he sure hasn't shown it. What a sensational start.
Boy, he has been locked in, all about business, just going out there and doing what he does best.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Pass to Anunoby. Let's go with a three. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. Back to Harden. Outside Mitchell. There's the three. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
He's off on the first.
Now, the intensity, the toughness, the absolute ability to play bigger than your size, that is Josh Hart.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. A top 3 pick at a loaded 2021 draft. Evan Mobley continues to get better, as scouts predicted he would.
I don't think there is a ceiling on Evan Mobley, B.A., because on the offensive end, as good as he is and as much progress as he's made, there's more to come. That belief in his three-point ability is only going to continue to grow with repetition. We know his work habits are exceptional. His off-the-bounce game will develop. His low-post game will develop. Like good night and good luck defense.
Brunson with the block. For 3, Bridges. It's rebounded by Wade. The Cavaliers lead by 23. Pass to Harden. Outside Mitchell. Takes it inside. Outside for Harden. Just 5 on the clock. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Harden's got his 2nd basket of the game. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Towns. Fires from deep. Knocks down the long K. Towns has got 5.
And the very definition of a stretch 4 or 5, whatever position he happens to be playing, Cat can space the floor.
3-pointer, Harden. The shot won't fall.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Anunoby. The 3. The rebound by Allen.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Wade, the pass to Harden. And it's Harden again missing.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Time to get loud for your next record and group.
Robinson, he's checked in for Anunoby. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Merrill's checked in. The Knicks have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Brunson finds Towns. The offensive rebound. Outside Brunson. Kicks it out Towns. Fires for 3. Bridges outside. Towns on a screen. Puts up a 3. New York again can't hit.
Oh man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Mobley. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Towns has got 5 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you this, nice play by Towns. This guy can get it done. Back to the basket or facing up, doesn't matter.
Here's Merrill. Cleveland again missing.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
And Doris, the Knicks gave up 5 first-round picks and a swap for Mikal Bridges. Safe to say there's some pressure to perform.
There is no doubt about that, BA, because that is forever the prism through which I will view this trade. His team had showed such patience to that point. To give away 5 coveted first-round picks speaks volumes about the impact they believe he can have for them.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. BA, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Mobley. After the basket by New York on the other end. Harden surveying the D. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Mitchell misses. Left side Hart. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Towns. Towns has got 9.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be right back after this word. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Now here's Strus. Left side, Harden. Here's Merrill. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Here's Merrill. After New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Outside Harden. Back to Merrill. The 3 is up. Alvarado with a rebound. Knicks trail by 16. On the wing, Clarkson, covered by Merrill. Clarkson outside. Alvarado right side. Pass to Clarkson. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Wade's got his 5th rebound in this one. Let's go to the sideline. We've got something on OG Anunoby. Allie, how is he?
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Knicks about his status. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. They've decided this is an injury that can be played through, but we'll see if it's a limiting factor. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks.
Boy, this is where you need everyone in your support system to be around him and be encouraging, because this is going to be a long road to recovery.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your move. Let's see those dance moves. Oh, that's nice.
Big group substitution here for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. Anunoby comes in for Shamet. Bridges, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Cleveland also making some changes. Allen, he's checked in for Strus. Mobley comes in for Tyson. And Donovan Mitchell is subbed in for Merrill. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Allie, thank you. Cleveland leading by 14. Outside Mobley. On the wing, Wade. He's guarded by Bridges. Towns rips down the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
Mitchell! The three is in!
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Towns. Anunoby fires! Misses the three! Mitchell against Bridges. Here's Mitchell. 1:46 left to play in the fourth. And it's Allen who slams it home.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. One of our featured players tonight earns our Player of the Game award, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, really the standout element of this game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside by cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
Man, he was really impressive in that win, setting the tone right from the start, taking this one by storm. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Bridges finds Hart. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
Well, there's a toughness to Josh Hart. You don't mess with him from a contact perspective. He will absorb it.
First one falls. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Shamet comes in for Anunoby. Clarkson's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Alvarado's subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And both free throws good for Hart. And Schroeder has got the ball here for Cleveland. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And Cleveland another three.
And they got to be happy with how they are starting off these conference finals. A tone-setting win for the Cavaliers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so they start the conference finals off on the right foot with an important win.
They wanted to set the tone for the rest of the series here tonight, and mission accomplished. They get to move forward with all the momentum on their side.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Donovan Mitchell.
So highly effective on the offensive end. At times, this guy just scoring at will.
The bucket is good!
Cavaliers lead 46.
And Cleveland has possession. It's a 16-point game. Here's Strus. That's the screen. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Alvarado outside. Hart. And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.